welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to do this video. I have been thinking about it for like 2 months and quarantine has been the perfect time for it. So before I even get into it, I just want to ask, how are you guys? How are y'all doing? I've been dolling myself up at least once or twice a week like this so that I really feel like myself and don't feel like so discouraged or bored, and it's definitely helping. So if you guys want to feel better, I'm telling y'all to watch this video, get y'all a tan, put on some makeup, take some selfies, and I promise it's gonna make you feel like 100 times better, even though you ain't got nowhere to go. Like, you in the house bored, and you ain't going nowhere. But that's not the point, make you feel better. It's been a rough week, but it's okay. Thank you to those of you who reached out to me on social media and checked on Alba. I don't know if you all seen the story, but if you haven't, I took her to the vet and she does need surgery. That really bothers me, but at the same time, it could have been something totally more detrimental to her health. So I'm perfectly fine with that. She has to have surgery on both of her back knees, and we can't even get into a surgeon until the COVID stuff is over. So right now we're just gonna monitor it with medication on days that she's having bad days. So as of right now, she's so much better. Thank you guys so much for caring about her, because she is my baby. She's my first baby, and to think about something happening to her makes me wanna cry, and I'm gonna cry right now if I keep talking about it. So this video is obviously about self-tanning at home. I'm gonna give you guys my tips on prep the night before, what products I use, what I think is best, and what has worked for me. I feel like it was a great time to do this video because I've been self-tanning now for like a little over 2 years, and I feel like I've actually finally mastered it enough to teach you guys. So let's get into this video. So first things first, the night before, I always make sure that I have a fresh razor and some body scrub. This is just some birch and argan oil sugar scrub from Walgreens, I'm sure. It's almost out, as you can see. I squeezed the shit out of it. So, but make sure that you have a body scrub. So I always shave first. I shave with conditioner, not shave cream. Don't know if that was a plot twist, but I noticed that if I use that, I don't get like razor bumps. So I shave first, and then after that, I go over with a washcloth and I use the body scrub and like extremely exfoliate. Like guys, I mean like rub down your elbows, your knees, and your ankles like as good as possible, because that's where most of your dry spots are. I have these like, I'm not sure if they're psoriasis or like eczema spots on my legs. They just popped up probably about 6 to 8 months ago, and they look terrible, but they're not as worse that I've seen on other people. So I use 2 kinds of lotions. I use this Eucerin Roughness Relief Lotion, and it's for rough, bumpy skin on the bottom of my legs. And this is more like a, what's the word? Like a treatment lotion. So once you put it on, you're gonna like feel moisturized, but it's gonna give you that kind of like sticky feel. And this is not something you wanna put on like before you're going out somewhere, because it's not gonna feel dry and you're not gonna like it. So it's a real intense like therapy-like lotion. And I got it because it's got Cremide 3 enriched, fragrance-free, and it's got urea in it, and urea is supposed to be really good for eczema. My mom recommended it, but I do actually love it for my legs. It's the only thing that seems to really calm them down. And I put this on, and then I put on sweatpants or something, as you guys will see after I get done with the application process, just to like basically make sure that they hold the moisture in all night and like just really feel smooth in the morning. And this is my Holy Grail lotion. Been using this since I was a junior in high school, y'all. It's the shit. They don't even make it anymore. I mean, Olay is still out, but this is the Olay Quench Body Lotion with Shimmer with vitamin E and B3 in it. Vitamin E is a really strong ingredient that you want to have in all of your lotions, because it's what's gonna keep your skin super enriched and really smooth for tanner, to be honest. But this is the best lotion. I could use this for 3 or 4 days, and I instantly noticed that my skin is like softer in a week. I know that sounds crazy. Holy Grail, when they were selling out of it, I purchased 4 bottles. I think I still have 3 bottles of this left under the sink because it's getting kind of empty. This is my Holy Grail, so I use this from my waist up on my entire body, and I use the Eucerin lotion on my legs because of my spots that I have going on. I do not shave my underarms. I know that sounds super weird, but I do not, because I shaved once, which I think I tell you guys in the application process that I shaved once and then I instantly put on tanner and then put on deodorant and I broke out in like a rash. So now the night before I just shaved my legs really, really good and I tan, and then today when I woke up and I rinsed everything off, then I shaved my underarms because I just wanted to make sure them pores aren't getting anything in there. I don't know if I was allergic to the tanner, which wouldn't make sense because I wear it on the rest of my body, but I do know that it interacted with my pores and it was extremely uncomfortable and I hated it. So I don't recommend that. To each their own, but make sure that you have a really good sugar scrub. It doesn't have to be that brand I just showed you. Any kind of sugar scrub to just really exfoliate, get the dead skin off, and guys, really scrub yourself down. So once you've done that, you know, you're gonna put on some kind of sweatpants probably for the night and just bask in that moisture all night, and then the next day when you wake up, you should feel extremely smooth and, you know, just soft and silky, and you are ready for application. Right before I put on my tanner, I make sure to add a little bit of extra of the Olay to my wrist and my elbows, ankles, and my knees, just to make sure that there's like not any extra. Even though I pretty much soaked in lotion all night, it's probably not a big deal, but it just makes me feel better. So before I get into the actual tanning products, I've watched a lot of videos and I've noticed that nobody actually tells you guys what makes the tanner work. Okay, so I'm gonna read this to you word for word on the dictionary so that I don't, basically so that I don't possibly mess up how I'm reading it. So DHA is what makes your tanner actually process on top of your skin. This is the same for everybody. So DHA is dihydroxyacetone. It is the MVP in all self-tanners. The sugar reacts with the proteins on your skin surface in what chief cells call the Maillard reaction. It's what makes food turn brown under the heat. But DHA is a bit of a diva. It's a tough to stabilize. So with that being said, I always get lots of compliments on my tanner when I go to work. As soon as I do it, like the next day, it's so rich in color and dark, and everyone's like, what do you do different? And when I tell them what product I use, they're like, I use the same stuff and it doesn't look like that on me. So I've noticed that a lot of bodybuilders tend to have like really, really good self-tan like application, like that's what I'm looking at. Really good self-tan results. And it's probably because the tanner reacts with the proteins in the surface of your skin. So if you're someone like myself who tracks their macros and eats a lot of protein, or if you're vegan and you get a lot of protein anyways, because we're not really protein deficient in the US, so like, but it's just like an over amount of protein. Like I eat like a gram per body weight. That's like an extra amount of protein that normally the average person would intake. And I really have to believe that now that I know that, that's probably why the tanner reacts so good on my skin, and it look really just pulls out that color and makes it look good. So this was my OG, I don't even have the lid for this anymore. Tanner, this is the Loving Tan Deluxe Bronzing Mousse in Ultra Dark. I used to love the 2 Hour Express that they had, and it's just in dark, but it's just not dark enough for me. Like, I like to be dark, if you guys haven't grasped that concept already from my pictures and selfies and stuff. This is wonderful. Literally, you can even see where I haven't cleaned it off. Like, it's like green around the rim here because that's how olivey it is, and that is such a big deal. You do not want an orange tanner, guys. You want something with an olive undertone. That's so important. If you put it on and it kind of looks green, that's what you want. I know it sounds crazy. If you look like you're kind of turning it into the Hulk, but with a bronze, that's what you want, because when you rinse it off, it's going to literally be beautiful and a natural looking color, not orange and splotchy, and we do not want orange. We don't want none of that. So this was my OG tanner, but we have now upgraded. I'm in love with Bondi Sands. I really like this one the best. This is the 1 Hour Express, even though I leave it on overnight, but if I want to put it on and I want to go out, it's gonna look great in an hour. And this is when you're like, you know, like ASAP Rocky on a hole, gotta go tanner. Like, I'm out, I gotta get ready, put this on, feel all good, start tanning, get my face done, fix my hair, I'm rolling out. This is my favorite. This is the best stuff, guys. And as soon as it comes out on the application, which you will see here in a little bit whenever I start, it is this beautiful, moussey looking green undertone light foam. It's so lightweight and I love that. And the other thing that I love about Bondi Sands is that they have multiple products. This is the self-tanning quick drying foam as well. They're all coconut scented and I love it. It's just beautiful. I hate coconuts. Don't get that twisted. Like, I hate the taste of anything coconut, but I love the scent of coconuts. I know, I make no sense. So this one is also this is a 6 hour application, and it says that 30 minutes after application, you can reapply it again if you want it to be darker. So I like that too because I'm probably gonna put it on and then reapply it because I want it so dark. This is the first thing that I have ever seen any tanning company come out with, and it's a big deal. This is a tanner eraser. Now y'all, if you have self-tan before, you know what I'm talking about. It's time to redo your tan in a week and you've got like these brown lines right here on your arms and you scrub it with exfoliator and nothing comes off. You're like, wow. This is amazing. You just put this over top of it, you let it soak. It says for, it actually doesn't give a time. It just says for best results. Self-tan, 3 days. Oh, just kidding. 5 minutes. You can put this on for 5 minutes and then you'll literally just take your towel and wipe it off and it'll bring the tanner off. So I like to redo my tan about every 7 to 8 days because that's normally how long I can drag it out. And this is the holy grail for that. This is gonna take off any excess. I also tend to keep tanner like around like the top of like my ankle area, not on my ankle, but like a little bit above it. And it doesn't really seem to wanna come off. So this is amazing. Never seen a company come out with this. So excited about this. Last product of their line that I absolutely love is this is the Everyday Gradual Tanning Milk. I put this on my face whenever I apply it here in a second, once you guys will see it. But this is more to me like this is a boost. Whenever you are putting on tanner, the next few days that you have it on, like until you take it off, you need to moisturize in the morning and at night if you want your tan to last the longest, because the tanner is sitting on the top surface layer of your skin, and if you do not keep that moisturized, it's gonna start coming off in patches, and you don't want that. You want to make sure that it applies evenly, develops evenly, and leaves you evenly. So this is Gradual Tanning Milk, and like if it is starting to lose a little color, once you put this on in the morning and night, it's gonna just like kind of like pull that color back up. So this is really gonna extend your tan, guys. So this is really important to make sure that you get whenever you do get this collection. I would recommend getting a foam that you like to actual tan, the eraser, and this milk, and just live and breathe by them, guys, so that you don't have to, you know, nobody's wanting to lay outside and get those, you know, UVA and UVB rays anymore. Like, we're trying to stay young and youthful and healthy. Well, unless I'm at the beach. If I'm at the beach, I'm sorry, I like to lay outside and get a little bit of color. But like all year round like we used to do when we were younger, we ain't doing that no more. This last product is not a Bondi Sands product. This is actually a Vita Liberata Body Blur. This is amazing. I'm wearing it right now. It's just a, literally like a blurring skin foundation, if that makes sense. I don't want to say body makeup, even though that's really what it is, but to me it looks and kind of feels more like a foundation, but it's so dry. Once it dries and you rub your skin, it does not feel like you have foundation on it. It's amazing. This, guys, is only something that I use for when I'm recording, just because I just like to have a flawless finish whenever I'm filming. I don't know why, it makes me feel better now, and I've noticed that I just feel like overall I just look better. I do not put it on my face. I just put it from the neck down. This is something that you're gonna wanna use, guys, whenever you are like going somewhere. Like you have like a big event you want to go to, a wedding, a concert, a launch of some kind, you know, just something where you know there's gonna be cameras everywhere and you wanna make sure you look your 100% best. When you put this on your legs, guys, it literally takes away all of your imperfections and you're just like, why does that look so good? And then it comes off and you're like, that's what my actual skin looks like. That's depressing. So this stuff is amazing, guys. You can get this on eBay in like 3 to 4 bundles. You can actually get it on the website still, I'm pretty sure. But it's amazing and I just love it. This is in shade Latte, and I would recommend Latte if you just like to be dark. If you go like up above this, it's gonna be really dark, because even when I put it over this tan, it does make my tan just a shade or two darker than it already was. So, but it's amazing, guys. It's great stuff. But it's only when you want to pull out the big guns, you know, when you need extra. Other than that, just stick to your Bondi Sands stuff. Guys, when you are applying your tanner, this is a Loving Tan Mint, but the Bondi Sands one literally looks and feels the exact same. By the way, Bondi Sands is now available for purchase in all Walgreens nationwide, and the entire collection is there. It used to not be, but it is now, and go get you some, guys. Go get you the whole collection, but do not, listen to me, do not get a mint, because even though I mastered it for the longest time, when you don't have a mint, you are like, rubbing so fast because you're so afraid that your fingers are gonna leave a streak. And if you don't rub fast enough, they're going to leave a streak. This is your holy grail of tanning, because this is gonna make sure that you buff out any spot on your body, and it's gonna make sure that you have a streakless, beautiful tan and developed really nicely. It is super soft, like it's just like, I would rub it against my face when I have makeup on, so it's just like, it's so soft. Use it every single time that you apply your tanner, and as soon as you're done, rinse it out, because if you do 2 or 3 applications with it and don't rinse it out, it's gonna get really cakey and like a buildup on it, and you don't want that. So this is absolutely necessary, guys, whenever you are tanning. Make sure that you guys get a mitt. Let's hop into the actual application process. So I have a bikini top on, and I just took the straps off so that it doesn't affect it. And I'm going to be using the 1 Hour Express, but I'm gonna leave it on for way longer than an hour just because I like to sleep in my tanners, hence the reason it is nighttime behind me. So I always start with my upper body. For some reason, I always start with my chest, but I don't know why that is. I'm just gonna squirt some. Ooh, it's so rich and creamy, and it smells like no other tanner, like at all. I don't know why I put this on my left hand, knowing good and well it's right. And I'm just gonna start just working it all through. And guys, the trick here is to just keep rubbing. Like, don't stop. Just keep going, keep going. And the good news is if you're using the mitt, like, it should buff out. Like, you shouldn't have to worry about it, like, looking splotchy if you'll just keep on with the mitt. And I don't put the actual tanner on my face because even though like it doesn't break me out where I have my scars still, it's like, it just makes them look deeper, and I don't like that. So like, I'm gonna use the lotion just to give me a little bit of color, but I wear makeup, so it's gonna come off anyways. So I would recommend probably not putting that on your face unless you don't wear makeup. So now I'm just gonna take a stroke straight up the front of my arm and straight up the back, and then I just start rubbing it in like lotion. Like, literally, when I say rubbing it in, like just rub it in like lotion. And if you see that it like looks a little streaky like right there, just take your mitt over it like 3 or 4 times, because that's what you're supposed to do, and just buff it out. See that place right there? Yeah, just buff it out. Speaking of underarms, I do not put deodorant on before, because I had an incident where I shaved directly and put deodorant on and then put on tanner, and my hair follicles got infected, and it was like a small rash in my underarms, and it was really painful, honestly. And I just don't do it anymore. So now like I just put like a light coat on my underarms because it's gonna come off anyways, and I don't shave right before I put on my tanner. I don't shave the night before like I do everything else. It's literally like putting on lotion. So when I first started tanning and stuff, like I used just my hands, and I'm like, God, this is like, I had to go really fast. I'm like, this is rough. Like, I have to go like Speedy Gonzalez fast. And then I bought a mitt, and it changed my whole life. Now that I've done that, since it is so dry, really little to no residue on this, so I'm just gonna put just a smidge, like just a little. And I'm going to do the back of my hand and up around my wrist. And if you have to, take it back on your arm a little bit, because a little bit more of a coat on your arm isn't gonna hurt. And then just buff it up into your hands. And I never do my palms, because you don't want your palms to be, you know, tan because they're your palms. But I always do like in between my fingers, like that, this way, and just shut my knuckles. And I just do it to where like I make sure that there's not anything left on like the wrist or anything. I put lotion on my wrist, my ankles, knees, and elbows right before I start this. Even though I extremely moisturized last night and used my heavy lotion like I told you, I always do it right before, because those are the most dry areas of your body. So there's no reason like that you can't over moisturize them. It's no big deal. So now that I've done that, and both of my hands are done, and everything looks really good and coated, I'm going to take the other part of the mitt. And even though this is a lotion, just because I just really don't want to get anything on, like, I don't want to use anything on my face with my hands, because my skin's actually acting pretty good right now, and I don't want to ruin that. So I'm just going to do like a pump. That's probably plenty. And I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to put it all over my face, and put a little bit around my neck to blend it in. You want to make sure that you get up on your ears, around your, like I always make sure to like really get it into my hairline, because Guys, you may look fine when you go to bed, but you are gonna notice stuff like that when you get up, so let's go, legs. You guys can see, I'm very pasty right now. I made sure that all of my tanner was off for you guys so that I could show you guys a full before and after. So I always get a little bit extra for my legs because I like to start from the bottom and literally just go as far up as I can go. And your legs are the same way, guys. You just want to keep blending and don't stop. Like, especially on the ankle and feet area, like you just want to keep blending till you can't see where the tanner is anymore. Like, I go all the way around my ankle, as you can tell, on the top of my foot, a little bit in between my toes. God, I know I need a pedicure so bad, but can't do nothing with the issues in the world right now. So that's what we're working with. You can see the rough spots that I told you guys about in my intro, like how dark they are. That obviously is not an issue for anybody else, so you shouldn't have patchy spots on you like that. That's just from my skin acting ridiculous. And I always rub a little faster on the legs, I feel like, than I do on my arms, because I feel like the part on my legs dry a little quicker. And I just really like to make sure that I get all in there. I also do more circular motions on my legs. I notice a little bit that I do on my arms. My arms, I kind of just do a straight rub lotion up and down, and kind of just, I'm just a little more messy, is what I'll call it. So this is like one leg done. So as you guys can see, we instantly got some color, like right off the bat. Now we're gonna do the other leg. But you can like especially see from my feet, like this leg is already completely got more color, and just that alone makes it look like amazing. When I put my Vita Liberata body blur over top of this tomorrow morning, I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when I wake up, and then I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like after I put the body blur on, and it just literally gives your skin like the most tan, flawless finish. But I only use the body blur if like I'm going somewhere like where I know there's gonna be a lot of pictures and I know that I wanna look really good, because it's like just like an extra, but that's not my all the time routine, so please remember that when you guys are watching it. Like, you don't need tanner and a body blur. That's just my personal preference to make sure that I look a little extra for an event. Like, the first thing I'm doing, guys, when everything opens back up is making me a nail appointment, like for these toes, because it's so necessary. Like, this one is literally darkening already by the minutes. Such a bronzy looking glow. And then when I'm done, I just put on some like extra loose clothing. Like, this is a really big t-shirt and these are really loose joggers, so that like my tan doesn't really rub off. But there's not really any transfer with this product, like even on my sheets. So that's my nightly routine. Now let's go to bed and wake up and see what it looks like. Good morning. I love how this turned out. Like, this is like the perfect tan color, even if you're, you know, like really, really pale, or if you like really dark. Like, I would like it to be a little bit darker, but honestly, no, this is perfect. I haven't even rinsed off yet. Honestly, I really sometimes don't if it's not dark enough for me, just to see how it really looks. But I love how this color turned out. I think that it looks absolutely beautiful, and it's very even, like very even. Love it. I am gonna add a little bit more of the tanning milk over it, just because I just want to moisturize, and honestly, if it'll, you know, give it a little more rich in color, that's fine too. But we're gonna do that. So let's talk about the smell real quick. The Bondi Sands, when it comes out, smells amazing with that coconut scent that I told you about. But overnight, it smells just like any other tanner. And it's because, like I told you guys in the beginning, almost all tanners have the same ingredients. So if you're really just trying to get rid of that awful like tan smell, it's really probably not gonna happen. I mean, I've used probably at least over half the tanners that are on the market to buy in stores for sure. And I went and got sprayed a bunch of times. They all smell the same overnight. So you're not gonna get away from that. I like to call it like a burnt smell in a way. It kind of, to me, just smells like, I don't wanna say like burnt skin, because that's scary and gross. But it's kind of got like a burny smell to it to me. And I just don't think you're ever gonna get away from that. But when you first put it on, it smells amazing. And that's what really matters, because normally you probably wouldn't go out right after you wear it. But to be honest, it's still, well, I have that lotion on now, but it still wasn't as strong like when I use my Loving Tan, because it's my favorite old tanner. Like if I had to choose between the two, it's a toss up like I told you guys. So even that is much stronger when I get up the next day to rinse it off than this Bondi Scentsy. So overall, I absolutely love this one better, to be honest. So I told you guys that I was going to show you the Vita Liberata body blur on my legs. I'm going to show you on my upper body because I always do it before a video, just because I like to look, you know, really tan and, you know, better when I'm filming. And I don't want to show you on my legs because, like, honestly, I'm not going to go anywhere because, you know, I'm still in quarantine. And I don't want to waste the product because you use a lot more on the legs. So I'm going to show you guys what it looks like up top, and it's literally going to probably change your life because it changed mine when I first used it. So I already rinsed it out, but I'm going to use the same knit. And this is the shade Latte. And honestly, Latte's pretty dark. It's pretty dark. But it's going to come out and it literally looks like kind of like just like a smooth like makeup application. And to be honest, when you're putting it on, it's really what it looks like. It's so beautiful, guys. Like, I know I already told you about it, but it's beautiful. So we're just gonna start putting it on. I like to put this on in like I like to do my forearm first and then go up. And I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna show you guys the difference. And it smells honestly like a kind of like a strong foundation, which honestly, like, it's like body makeup, so it's kind of, I think, what it's supposed to smell like. This you do not have to put on like lotion first. It's not a tanner. So, but I mean, I would just put on lotion before putting on something like this because, I mean, you just want the application to be smooth as possible. You don't even have to put this over a tanner. This can be used without tanner. I just personally like to use it over tanner because I think it makes it look better. I'm gonna put a little bit more on this shoulder because I don't think I got it all. Other than that, this is literally how I do the whole upper body. And that's it. I turned off the camera and I seen that, you know, giant like dark smudge thing I had going on here. Yeah, and I'm just gonna tell you guys how to buff that out and fix it if you have to. I just took a little bit of water and put it on my mitt with the side that I had already put the body blur on, and I just slowly like massaged it out and worked it around and kind of did that over here too. I messed up by putting on the lotion first, which I thought I had done before, but maybe I hadn't. So that can also be a part of a tip for you guys. Don't put your lotion on right before you put the body blur on because it didn't have really time to dry probably, and the two consistencies just like was just too much on the very top layer of the skin. So, but we fixed it, we buffed it out, and I was like, what is all this? What is this? God breaks that. So, yeah, now we're all bronzed and ready for makeup and to get ready with it. So guys, that is all I have for you. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video. If you try any of my self-tanning tips and you want to let me know, do not hesitate to comment below. DM me on Instagram, let me know how it works for you. I hope that it helps. And just being inside right now and all of us not being able to do anything, like what better time to practice self-tanning? Because if you screw up, no one's gonna see you. But if you screw up and you have the eraser, then you can fix it anyways. Like I said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please, please, please like and turn on post notifications. Make sure that you subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys in the next one. I love you guys so, so much. I cannot wait to do the giveaway coming soon, and